So I was told that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, was the one who asked to have the high schools category. Can you speak a little bit about that, when that happened, what moved him to say that, to ask for that?
The UAE leadership and our Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed has been always extremely passionate about education and engagement of youth, and he sees the future is in the hands of the youth. I remember him passing by our stand a few years ago, and he said, the fantastic work that you are doing for Mastar is gonna be adapted even further with the future generations, because they are still young, they are still learning, and they're still having this open mind to absorb this change. It might be very late for some of the older generation to change and adapt to sustainable behavior, and that's why if you guys want to create change, you need to focus on the youth. So this has been extremely high on his agenda from day one. Now, as we grew with the Zayed Future Energy Prize, he saw that there is something that we will need more, which is the schools, the youth, and engaging with the youth and giving them the opportunity to be the change they want to see in the world. That has been extremely inspiring, and we see the result. It has been a phenomenal change for the prize, because everywhere I go, whenever I talk about the prize, people get more excited when I speak about the global high schools. People get so happy when they see these videos. You look at how you are, how you have these 16 or 14 years old speaking about how he's gonna take this solution and bring it back to his or her house. How they can become themselves technicians, how they can become themselves educators, how they want to bring the hope and the light and the energy they are receiving in the school to take it back to their homes. So you see the impact of it extremely fascinating and very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, this is the biggest prize like this, but I was saying earlier, I can't think of another prize that puts young people, students, high school students, kids in the same realm as these large corporations, these lifetime achievement winners, and about half the prize is really dedicated to them, it seems like, in many respects. You have so many schools that are finalists, so many categories for the winners, for the finalists. It's really wonderful. It's an inspiration. And I was talking with pointed out that a lot of the leadership in the UAE, in Abu Dhabi, in Masdar, very young, and that's atypical. They were pointing out it's atypical for the region. That's atypical for the world. I can't think of another place where you really have so much invested in the youth, and you're empowering them so much. So maybe you could speak a little bit more about that topic that you've already talked about.
So, you look at the awards, the group picture of the awards ceremony, and you see all these things. And we go and we travel and we visit these schools after they are awarded. And it's amazing how, for these young leaders, because I call them leaders, for them to go back home after experiencing 1 week out of sustainability, visiting Abu Dhabi, engaging with other schools around the world, finding themselves on a stage with heads of states and CEOs of large corporations that
one of the students last night was shaking the hands with the president of Egypt.
President of Egypt, the Prime Minister of the UAE, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Al Gore,
the former president of the Maldives,
the President of Iceland. These people, it is so empowering, and that's what it's about. Like yesterday, we had one of the winners, or we had the winners of the campaign we launched, which is the White on the Top, that aims to engage the youth in the UAE with sustainability, and they spent a lot of time sitting there talking with His Highness Sheikh Abdullah, which is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and they had this opportunity, and they talk about why for them sustainability matters. They get the opportunity to meet the Solar Impulse pilot. They met. It's a huge opportunity, but at the same time, that's our responsibility because
But not everybody sees that, Somebody that is a responsibility around the world. I wish my leadership. Some of the leadership gets it, but so much of leadership doesn't seem to get.
Well, but that's your role because you guys need to go out and talk about these things and present these examples. Because once you have you have the platform to showcase such good ideas and good initiatives, then everything else will fall in place.
Yeah, we should have a Washington D.C. Future Energy Prize, I think. When I was watching the awards ceremony, I was thinking what impact that would have on me if I was one of those winners as a high school student. How empowering that would be, and how much that would drive me forward to do bigger and better things. So it's a tremendous thing. And I heard that last year, Her Highness Sheikha Fatma, Mother of the Nation, was extremely moved by those specific high schools videos. Maybe speak a little more on that.
Well, absolutely. She attended the award ceremony last year, and she was extremely, moved and fascinated by this project from these kids around the world. And she felt that every project, every finalist need to get the opportunity to implement their project, and she basically donated $50,000 to each of the finalists to be able to go and develop their projects. And we already seen the impact of the fund that she gave all these schools, and the fund has been now implemented, and a lot of the schools are benefiting from these projects, and it's just fantastic. It's very, very, very empowering. And the school, actually, one of the schools in Swaziland is this year a winner. They were a finalist last year, and this year they're a winner, and they already had half their project built because of that fund. And now they were, to your point, they were empowered and they were encouraged and they were inspired, and they came back with a better and a bigger and a more impressive project that made them win this year's Zayed Future Energy Prize.
Yeah, I like that you guys allow people to apply again. That drives them forward.
Absolutely, and we actually encourage that because that's why we send feedback, because it's unless you actually won the Zayed Future Energy Prize, you have the opportunity to keep on applying and work on your submission to get there.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And I've spoken with the winners and previous winners this year who were here, like the Romanian school that won last year inspired the Romanian school that won this year.
Absolutely,
So it's just such a feel-good story.